I'm CEO of Diapers, Dumbbells, and Deeds. Here at Diapers, Dumbbells, and Deeds, we believe in empowering men to be devoted fathers and loving husbands through a foundation of presence, integrity, and just overall helping that aspect to enrich families to come for generations.
Yeah, I love that mission, man, because obviously we all are trying to have some kind of legacy that we build, right?
Exactly.
We want to. I think most of us, I don't want to say all of us, most of us understand that we can do a lot of amazing things during our time here, but at the end of the day, it's what can we leave behind, or not necessarily what we leave behind, but what we leave with them, right?
Right, right.
Um, so what is it exactly that you're doing to help guys with that?
So that would be through real estate investing. So I've been in real estate investor for going on 6 years now. So we started, of course, with the property. We bought our first investment property during COVID. A lot of people weren't looking to try to invest because of everything going on, but we took the chance and say, let's go ahead and try to see how it works out, and that jumpstart past few years, getting our real estate investing experience, and now we actually have four more properties that we have in Atlanta, and we just sold two condos that we had since 2022 in Costa Rica. So I'm
Wow.
not only a domestically investor, I'm actually an international investor as well.
Yeah, yeah. No, you big time. Not that. No, I wasn't gonna say you big time before, but you investing in other places. That's big, right? Because just being a real estate investor or just being somebody that's purchasing real estate is a big enough thing, right?
Exactly.
But then to take it past that and start to get non-residential properties, like properties you aren't living in, you're getting them just strictly for investments, and then to take that outside the country, that's real next level. So I definitely want to salute you on that. What kind of got you into it? Well, let me back up. All right, so obviously fathers, right? We're fathers. Uh, Give us your fatherhood resume. How long you been a dad? What's boys, girls? What you got going on?
Man, so I have a son, Royal. He is really the light of my heart. Is especially when as younger we thought about getting married, starting a family of our own, but to actually experience that is a whole nother level. To see somebody that a human being that you made and is a direct reflection of who you are, that is very, very powerful, me, and I take that to heart. um as a kid, just being disciplined from my father, I didn't agree with it. And, based off of his teachings of how he was disciplined by my grandfather, I wanted to do something different. So as far as discipline, I try to talk to my son first before any type of discipline is put in place. So I make sure that if he does something wrong, I talk to him. I make sure that he understands, this is not something that you do. I make sure that he understands and comprehends what I'm saying before we move forward to anything else. And based off of how he receives that, I say, okay, hey, we're not going to do this no more, right? We're going to move forward. This is something that you shouldn't do in the future, right? If you do this, you're going to get in trouble. And he understands that. Didn't necessarily get that from my father. It was basically, you do this, this is your punishment, and you're going to understand, you're supposed to do this no more instead of talking to us. So that's the thing that I'm changing with my own son, and make sure that first of all, communication is key. That goes for your marriage, that goes for being a father, that goes for being a husband. Communication is the biggest part of that family foundation.